Hey guys, how's it going? In this video, I'm going to carry on where I left off in the previous video, which was on the front bumper. I had some issues. I didn't like the look of it at all. Thanks to all of you who had comments and tips and ideas and what have you. And most of the tips actually were kind of along the same lines as what I was thinking anyhow. Basically moving the bumper brackets, tucking them in a little bit. There's a couple issues with that, and I'll go over that in a few minutes. But a big development was that my viewer, the guy who sent me the left side front bumper bracket, also has sent me a stock bumper. So I don't have to use that car bumper. We'll have the proper fitment with the stock bumper, and that should solve half my problem. So thanks again to Wayne for sending me the bumper. It's supposed to be here like Tuesday or something. But I can start with what I want to do to take care of the second problem right now, and then we'll get into some other stuff as well. So stick around. Let's get to her. All right, so there were a few things going on here. When I had the bumper on, it was held on with vice grips and bolted in the center. Remembering it was a 38-39 Ford passenger car bumper, which is quite a bit thinner than the truck bumper. I had a gap all the way along the front here between the bumper and this pan, and I don't like the way it fits at the grill either. I want to kind of tuck it in. Now, there's something else going on here. This was the bracket that I had. This part here was bent outward. I was able to bring it back in. This one here is bent inward. So I got to pull this out a little bit as well, which will make this gap even bigger, right? So, so the only solution I see is to actually tuck the brackets in maybe an inch so that this thing will fit, something like that. Nice, clean, tight look. Not that far in, but something like that. And so that means bringing the brackets in about an inch and a quarter, something like that. And with the stock truck bumper, that'll eliminate this gap at the front here. So first order of business, remove the brackets and get that one in the vise, see if I can bend it out. Once I do that, then I think I'll put the truck up in the air, take the front wheels off so it's easier to work, and we'll get on moving those brackets back. So that's where I'm at. Okay, I don't need a whole lot here. I'm just going to try and squeeze this together and take this little hook out of the end of it. I'm not Schwarzenegger or Hulk Hogan, so I'm going to use a big-ass chunk of pipe for leverage, and we'll see if we can't squeeze this thing shut. It's coming. I guess I'm going to have to get that from the other side. Try this. Not quite as much leverage, but it's not hitting my truck, so that's a good thing. Need to get just a little bit more. Oh. No. Okay. Okay, well, it came in a bit for sure. All right. I don't know if I've picked up enough yet or not, but might beat on this thing with a bigger hammer. Jesus. It did come in a bit though. All right, so I ended up using the chisel again and the big bar, and I was able to pick up what I need. So I think we're good to go. All right, so I brought the front of the truck up in the air with my hoist, popped the wheels off. Now, so I got lots of room to work there now. Here's the old bumper bracket right here, and this hole here, this oversized hole, fits over a rivet that's on the frame. And so if I move my bracket back on the frame, that hole's not going to line up anymore. So let's take a look here. Excuse me while I get down here. So here's the rivet right here. This was all part of this bracket here that was part of the front suspension, front leaf spring. We're not using that anymore. We don't need it. I've got all new suspension in here. So this really serves no purpose whatsoever. So I'm just going to grind the head off that rivet and maybe pop it out. And I may even be able to use that hole to replace this one. If I ream it out a little bit. It's 1 3/8 center to center, which is a little more than what I need to go back. So if I make this hole a little bit sloppier, I might be able to pick up a little bit of that back. So then I'll only have to drill one hole in the frame. So I'm going to go ahead, grind the heads off both these rivets, on one on each side. And if I have to, I might remove this bracket altogether. They say it serves no purpose, so why keep it? But it's a lot of work because there's two rivets underneath. There's this here and this rivet there. So yeah, there's a lot of hacking and drilling and pounding and whatever to get those things out of there. So we'll see what happens. All right, so I ground the head off the rivet, and the hole was quite a bit smaller than the rest of the holes. So I ran my drill through it. But first I had to get rid of the rivet, and I used my my zip gun and just pounded away on it for, geez, it had to be 20 minutes before it finally let go. So I put the bumper bracket on and test fitted the filter panel between the grill and the bumper where it would go, and it was too far back. So that 1 3/8 was too much. I kind of figured it would be. It was almost hitting, if not hitting, the fender. So I needed something that was adjustable. So what do you do? So I went to my bumper brackets and I slotted out the 2 holes so that I can slide it back and forth this way. So it was a bit of a bitch because all my freaking drill bits are dull. I got to start sharpening a bunch of them to do the other side. But I'm going to go ahead and put this on loosely and test fit my panel again and see if this is going to give me what I need. I used about 427,000 tools, but I think this is going to work out just fine. Hey, keep in mind, this bumper is more for looks than anything. I mean, it's not, you're not going to be pushing anything with it. You're not going to be wrapping chains around it and pulling vehicles out of the ditch and all that kind of stuff. It's just to finish off the front. So as long as everything's good and secure, I'm good with it, and it'll be just fine. So I'm going to go ahead, hang the bracket, and I'll come back when I'm test fitting the filler panel. All right, let's get this thing on there. Okay, wrong hole. Okay, I'm just going to tighten her up slightly, not all the way. Okay, that's fairly far forward, I think. So I'm going to grab the panel now, and we'll see how she fits. Sit there for a second. on. Put something under that. Okay, so I'm liking this better. Panel's got to go that way just a little bit. Not even here. It's got to go in here a little bit as well, but that I'll fix that up with the other side. Now I've got about an inch there. I can bring it in. That's not too bad right there. So, yeah, I think we got her. That's what I'm looking for. So, I'm going to have to do the same thing to the other bracket. I haven't touched it yet. It's going to take a while. I can go ahead and probably start sharpening some drill bits because I need a boatload of them. Because the steel is freaking hard, man. It dulls the bits really quick. But like I said, every one of them is dull. So I'm going to sharpen some up so I can make quicker work of this. I still got to grind out the rivet on this side as well and pound that out. So there's a whole bunch of work left to do. This was a bit of a time-consuming process. So wasn't a 5-minute job, I can tell you that. But I think the look is going to be so much better, especially when that panel is painted blue. And then we put the stock bumper on it. Should be good to rock and roll. So there you go. All right, so there you go. The bumper's figured out. It looks so much better, tighter, cleaner, and with the stock bumper, everything should fit nice and tight into the grill. That's what I wanted. Those gaps were driving me crazy. Yeah, it's good to have some sharp drill bits. Man, frustrating as hell. I probably pulled 40 bits out of my drawer, and they were all friggin' dull. So I'm gonna have to spend a couple of hours sharpening some bits and keeping them separate from the rest. But hey, it's part of having a shop, I guess. Got to do that stuff. Yeah, so the bumper is supposed to be in Tuesday. So I'm just gonna leave this alone once I get the other bracket on. I'm just gonna leave it loose so that I can pull it in and out, adjust it as I needed. And yeah, the bumper should be just a bolt-on done deal. And then you know, I got to paint the pieces. It's cold as hell right now. It's like 20 below, but it's supposed to warm up in a few days in the pluses, and all next week it's in the pluses apparently. So we're just about through this stuff, and you know, we're coming into March. In March, anything can happen. I've seen it 70 degrees out in March. So actually, golf courses actually opened up here one year in March, and that's really unusual. It was the end of March, so. But anyway, so if you like the content, please subscribe. Tell your buddies and your chums and all that stuff. Help spread the word. Don't be shy. Leave comments. I read almost every comment, and I try to respond to all of them. If I missed you, sorry. I'll get you in the next one, I promise. And yeah, we'll just carry on and get this truck done, man. Yeah, that's about it, I guess. So you know, if you're not doing anything else, get on the garage and build something, man. Later, guys.